Papa, what are you doing?
You ought to be asleep. Go back to bed, darling.
They're going to come and get us, aren't they?
No. Don't worry. Come on, I'll take you back to bed. Look how soundly your sister's sleeping. Lie back down. We need to leave very early tomorrow.
But I'm freezing.
Then I'll go and fetch you a nice warm blanket. The bed cover is full of holes, but it's better than nothing. So, good night, darling. Sleep well.
Father?
Yes?
Why do we have to go?
Let's talk about it in the morning, so we don't wake your sister.
But I don't want to go. I don't want to leave Mama.
You'll see. Everything will turn out all right.
Promise?
Promise. Now dream of something beautiful. Papa loves you. Who put that there? What's going on down there? Yes. Damn it. I have to hide the children. There's still some paraffin in it. It's getting light. It's unlocked. It's pitch dark in there. I need a safe place to hide, and quick. Look! There's a hole in the wall behind the chest of drawers. The opening is just about big enough. At least I can hide the children in here. Wake up!
What's happening?
Quickly, come with me.
They're looking for us. I'm right, aren't I?
Yes, you have to hide.
No, don't go, Papa! But we've forgotten Mama. Mama!
You both wait here. I'll go and get the photo. So, better get on with it. And fast. Here, Mama will look after you. Take my diary, and if the nasty men take me away tonight, go to Herman. He knows what to do.
Papa!
And now keep as quiet as a mouse. Both of you. I love you.
He's here!
Good evening, Doctor. It's not been easy tracking you down. It's almost as though you've been avoiding us.
I have no reason to seek out your company.
Don't be so unfriendly. You couldn't see enough of us when we were funding your research.
I left the project for family reasons. I thought you respected my decision.
Of course I respect it, even if I disagree with it. The problem is you still have something that belongs to me, and I would very much like it back.
Come on, you have all my research. All the results, all the findings. I wish they'd been more successful, but you can't find what isn't there.
Do you think I'm an idiot, Doctor? Is that it? You think I'm stupid?
No, not at all.
So you won't mind if my men conduct a little research of our own in every corner of your house. I may not be a genius, but I believe in a methodical scientific approach.
Please, how many times do I have to say it? There's nothing for you to find here.
And I intend to test that hypothesis. The Führer wants results, and I want to give them to him, wherever they're hiding. If you're right, you can relax. As you said, you can't find what isn't there. Tear the place apart, and take everything that isn't nailed down.
After all this time, Fenton, you still ride a camel like a cow.
Hey, it's been a while since I had to cross a desert like this. I'd much rather be back with Gwen. But the army seems to think this beach holiday is more important.
How's she doing? Does she know where you are?
She's got enough to deal with at boarding school. I don't want her worrying. With her mum out of the picture. Still, it could be worse. That school's like a little German palace with the fees to match. Well, we better get a move on. If your informant can show us the Egyptian HQ at Port Said, our bombers can take it out and the canal can stay open.
About that, we might have a small problem. My informant has disappeared.
What? The bombardment starts at dawn. If they don't have a precise target, they'll just carpet bomb the whole city.
So we'll find the HQ ourselves, don't worry.
I hope you have a plan, Tamir.
Of course. What I'm gonna do is pretend to be a traitor, give away some small secrets, and get myself dragged to HQ for interrogation.
And you think they'll just let me follow you?
I have a tiny transmitter with me, the latest technology. You get a fix on me, and then we have the coordinates. Then I convince the Egyptians to let me go, and act as their spy. Easy.
Easy for me. Are you sure you've thought through the interrogation part?
This is where our ways part, my friend. Here's the receiver. To get a fix on me, you'll need to climb somewhere high, like that tower on the city wall. Wait for me there.
How do you say break a leg in Arabic?
First of all, I'm Israeli. And secondly, in our army, we say, head and gut shot.
That's certainly vivid. Not a great place to break an axle. I can use the knife to pierce, cut, scratch, slit, chop, saw, and turn screws. That has to be the tower that Tamir meant. I'll take both the planks with me. So, how can I make something useful out of all this? Looks like a plan. Top work. The plank's long enough now. Hopefully it's strong enough too. Just one more leap and I'll be able to relax for a sec.
هو فين؟
Whew, that could have turned nasty. Deep breath. Almost there.
Major, we have arrested a Bedouin who claims to have important information about enemy troop movements.
Do you believe him?
So far, he knows what he's talking about. But he says he'll only reveal the details to you in person.
Sounds like a ploy. Search him thoroughly and double the guards. Then bring him in.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's hope Tamir is already at the target. Let's see if I can find a signal. Damn! The receiver's picking up a whole mess of signals. It's a good job Tamir wrote his wave signature on the bottom of the device. I just need to tune into the right one. Bingo! I'm receiving Tamir's signal loud and clear. It's coming from the northeast, about 700 meters away. That's where the old bathhouse is. Nice hiding place. But there's no hiding from our Air Force. No, I just need to wait until Tamir gets back. Tamir should have been back ages ago. I'm starting to get worried. His signal's still coming from the Egyptian HQ. I hope nothing's gone wrong. Oh, to hell with it. I can't just sit around here doing nothing. So I can't get any closer to the old bathhouse. And there's still no sign of life from Tamir. If they're holding him in there, then I have to get him out pronto. The Navy and Air Force will start their bombardment at dawn. I don't have much time. A Volga M21. Fairly new model, but still looks pretty knackered. Somebody's tried to break into the boot. It's so badly vandalized that the boot won't even open now. It's broken. Nobody's going to miss it. I can use the knife to pierce, scratch, slit, chop, saw, and cut hoses. It's definitely seen better days. Dents, rust, dodgy tires, and leaky gaskets that are dripping oil everywhere. I always did want to get into the oil business. Now it should swing open beautifully. 3, 2, 1, open. Hopefully I'll find an entrance to the bathhouse down here. The passage over there looks promising. I can use the knife to pierce, scratch, cut, slit, chop, saw, and scrape moss off a stone. Success! I've blocked up the hole in the jug with moss. I'll fill the jug to the brim. There's a wooden wheel down there, but I can't quite get to it. Come on now, up you come. Got it. A perfect fit. With a bit of luck, this should lead straight to the bathhouse. Now all I have to do is find Tamir. What's that noise?
Major, this man is a spy. He was carrying this.
A short-range transmitter. So, where is the receiver?
Tell me! Tell me now, or you die! There has to be an accomplice! Seal off the city and search every corner! He can't be allowed to escape!
Those swine! Shit. Now what? If the Air Force and Navy don't have a precise target, they'll flatten the whole city at dawn. How can I reach our people in time? The Egyptians are sealed off Port Said completely. My only hope is to send a radio message from here, but to do that, I'll need the emergency code word that Tamir had with him. Tamir! Should have stuck with break a leg. Sorry, old friend, but I need the emergency code. The code card. Thank God the Egyptians didn't find it. But it's covered in blood. Condor. All I need now is a radio. So now the cloth is soaked. Luckily, the guards are concentrating on the city wall and gates. But that does mean I'll have to sit tight here for a while. Let's hope the local residents aren't light sleepers. What do we have here? Carbon dioxide canister. It's used for welding. It's a long hose. Where should I run it to? I'll take the hose up with me. I'll lay it along here. Sealed and secure. Let's take a little peek at what's behind this door. It's the radio room. Hardly bigger than a broom cupboard and hot as hell in this weather. I'm surprised the man can breathe. Okay, now where does the other end go? Now I'll carefully, quietly push the hose under the door. There we go. Sealed perfectly. Now I just need to wait a few days until the man in there suffocates. No, I should probably go and speed things up a bit. Not budging an inch. And good night. That should be enough to send the radio operator off to Dreamland. I'll just let some air in, then I'll send my message. Hopefully before our friend here wakes up. So, time to tap out the code word. Shouldn't be too difficult. Ah, fluffed it. One more time. That's the right code word. I just need to send them the coordinates for the HQ, then get out of here before they turn this place to rubble.
سلم نفسك.
It's all kicking off out there. Time to make myself scarce. It's wobbling. I'm going to turn turtle.
Mr. Paddock, can you hear me? Mr. Paddock, you must get up!
What the hell happened?
Bombs. We have to get out of here.
Why? Who are...
We better save the explanations for later.
Fair enough. But we'll never get out of this city alive on foot. Quick! Get in!
Head for the canal. There's a plane waiting for us. If the pilot hasn't got cold feet.
No problem. Hold tight.
That was close. How far do we have to go?
What? I thought you knew your way around here.
I thought you did. I've never been here before in my life.
Well, I'm not stopping to ask for directions. Look out! So, now do we have time for introductions?
I'm Anna. I've come from Germany to ask for your help.
So you came to a city that was about to be bombed just to find me? That's rather flattering. But how did you know where I'd be?
That doesn't matter. What matters is your daughter.
Gwen, what's happened?
I'd love to sit here and chat, but the pilot can't wait any longer. Let's talk when we're airborne.
Yes? Not a shadow of a doubt. The results are 100% reproducible. Understood. We'll initiate the final phase immediately, and Wotan will be complete. Only personnel with the highest level of clearance. Absolutely.
Time for a few answers, Miss...
Anna. Just Anna.
German intelligence service?
Mossad.
That explains a few things.
I belong to a special unit that tracks down escaped Nazi criminals,
You're a Nazi hunter.
if you like. Right now I'm tracking the last few members of a particularly brutal SS unit, one with a reputation for Baroque medical experiments. And I finally managed to locate their leader. Walter Kessler lived in a quiet village in Bavaria. While we knew where he was, we had no solid evidence to convict him. I was going to change that. Near the end of the war, Kessler's unit murdered a Jewish art historian, Simon Rosenthal, and his family. Kessler wanted Rosenthal's Viking art collection for himself. If I could search Kessler's house and find just one item from Rosenthal's collection of Viking artifacts, it would tie Kessler to Rosenthal's murder. Guten Tag. Does a Herr Kessler live here?
That's quite right, madam, but unfortunately Herr Kessler isn't at home at present.
Ah. My name is Dietrich. I'm an art dealer and I have an appointment with Herr Kessler.
An appointment? I'm his secretary and I don't recall him mentioning an appointment. Apologies. He was called away at short notice. He may be gone for several hours.
I understand. Then I wish you good day.
And the same to you, madam.
If Kessler's out of town, so much the better. I don't need him, just his stolen artworks. But how do I get inside without being seen? Guten Tag, young man.
Hi.
What are you up to?
Oh, I kicked my ball into Herr Kessler's garden. That's the last I'll see of it.
Really? Why don't you just ring the doorbell and ask him if you can have it back?
Herr Kessler isn't the problem. It's his secretary. He hates me. Last week I broke one of their garden gnomes, and he chased me right through the village.
Did he hit you?
No! I'm way too fast! I'm going to be a professional footballer when I grow up.
Is that right? And what name will the crowd be chanting when you're famous?
Franz. My name's Franz.
I'm Anna. Do you live around here?
No, I'm from Munich. But we have training on the sports ground back there. I'm waiting for a bus into town now.
So what's the story with the gnome?
Herr Kessler's secretary went crazy and he chased me halfway down the high street.
But he didn't catch you?
Ha! That old slowcoach? Not a chance.
So you're saying you're faster than him?
By a mile!
I'll be right back.
Okay, but my bus will be here in half an hour.
I'll empty it out. My last notes on Kessler. I'll take it out of the notebook. Lucky I've got enough change with me. It's ringing. Perfect. The secretary's going into the house. I'll just borrow this. I might not play football, but I could be an excellent sweeper. I should really put this broom back now. Kessler's secretary is coming back. Took him a while to notice there was no one on the phone. I'd better stay here looking inconspicuous. It's ringing. Perfect. The secretary's going into the house. A magazine and a postcard. Let's see if these can help me. Kessler's secretary is coming back. Took him a while to notice there was no one on the phone. I'd better stay here looking inconspicuous. Advertisements and notices. Some of the posters are very new and have only just been pasted up. Every soccer fan's dream. Lutz Seliger is coming for an autograph session. Next Thursday, 2 p.m. at the Forest Stadium. Football doesn't interest me in the slightest, but even I've heard of Seliger. Every soccer fan's dream. Lutz Seliger is coming for an autograph session. Next Thursday, 2 p.m. at the Forest Stadium. Football doesn't interest me in the slightest, but even I've heard of Seliger. I can't pull the whole thing off, but one of the corners is now mine. Is that your ball?
Yes! How did you do that?
A dummy to the left, a shimmy to the right.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Franz.
You too.
I find it hard to believe you're faster than that guy. He looks pretty sprightly.
You calling me a liar?
I'm happy to be proved wrong. I tell you what, kick your football into his garden again, and we'll see if you're telling the truth.
But I don't want to lose it again.
Don't worry, you'll get your ball back. And a reward. I promise.
What kind of reward?
Something really good.
Hang on. I'm not falling for that. I want the reward first, or I'm not doing it.
All right, then. Done. Now what might our sporting friend like? I'll be right back.
Okay, but my bus will be here in half an hour.
Let's see if I can knock together something useful. Looking good. That'll do. Looking good. That'll do. S-E-E-L-I-G-E-R. There. The autograph card is finished. I think this is a suitable reward for a future footballing hero.
Lutz Seliger's autograph! Fantastic! My mates will be jealous as anything.
So, now that's settled, show me how fast you are.
Sure. Watch this. He'll never catch me.
So, open house. Let's take a look around. I'm in. If I can find one object from the Rosenthal collection, Kessler's going straight to jail. I should concentrate on the Viking artifacts. A cloth duster. Looks very usable. I'll just take the flowers out. Let's see. Oh, there's a small key in the pocket. An old casket. The Rosenthal collection had a very special example covered with Nordic runes, but this isn't. These Bavarian motifs are fascinating, though. It fits. Now let's see what's inside. A few pieces of paper. Kessler's will. He only wrote it a few days ago. Now it's starting to get interesting. Damn. Only part is in the house. I've got to find out where Kessler hid the other pieces, and the answer lies in his deposit box. Vodka, whiskey, tequila, rum. At least when it comes to alcohol, Kessler is cosmopolitan and tolerant. My Tibble's gin. And I'm taking a bottle with me. The same code as in Kessler's will. I should take a closer look. Shame about the gin, but it's for a good cause. The cloth is now soaked with iodine tincture again. Now let's try it with the tincture. Evil can't be wiped away so easily. Evil can't be wiped away so easily. The cloth is now soaked with iodine tincture again. I'll test the tincture. Let's take a closer look at that. I'll just try using the tincture here. What have we got here then? Now let's see what happens. So the deposit box is located above the fireplace. Oh, hello. I'll need the code, of course. Open sesame. Come on, you bastard. Show us where you've hidden the loot. A map and a rusty key. Kessler!
What do you want?
You know exactly why we're here.
You won't find any money. I don't keep any in the...
Don't insult my intelligence, Oberste and Bahnführer. Where have you hidden it? Speak up. I can't hear you.
I don't know. I swear.
I am not a patient woman. Your sons, yes? This is Anton, so this must be Xavier.
No, please. It's in the bunker.
The map. Kessler had been shot.
That's all very interesting, but what's it got to do with my daughter?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So just be quiet for a minute. I didn't just want the leader. I wanted the rest of those war criminals too. The key to catching them was clearly the artifacts they were all fighting over. So I went off in search of the mysterious bunker. And that's how I met your daughter. That has to be the entrance to the bunker. Hopefully I'll find one of the Viking artifacts here at last. I lay the maps over each other. That's where Kessler marked the other entrance. And if I draw a line between the two, I see that it's exactly in the middle, between the ventilation shaft and the drains. Off we go! Damn, it's walled up. Looks like it's been like this for a while. Can't be sure, but I have to find the back door before Kessler's killers turn up here. I'll collect a few. Huh. And now I have 2 pieces of wire. Ugh, it smells disgusting in here. Doesn't look like the fisherman's coming back anytime soon. Nobody's going to miss it. The end of the rod is broken off, and now the reel and line are off too. Bite. There's still something in it. An ID and a windproof lighter. Time for a bit of DIY. That might just work. I'll tie the balloon here. I'll fasten it to the grill. The back door should be somewhere between the ventilation system and the drains. This should be it, but I can't see a doorway anywhere. Let's see where this path goes. There's something in the bushes. A rope ladder. The ladder's in good shape and firmly attached too.
Walled up. There's no getting through that.
Search the area. There has to be another entrance.
It's pitch dark in here. I'll need a light. This little sign is covered in dirt. Got it. A diesel generator. Okay, so the generator's running now. Let there be light. A perfect fit. A few old tin cans. A brass valve. And still no sign of any Viking artifacts. It smells of diesel here. Let's see what we can do with that. It's a chamber of horrors. I'll wrap the rubber mat around the end of the pipe. No sign of the stolen artifacts. I hope I'm not on the wrong track here. Unless I find the Viking casket or one of the other artifacts from the Rosenthal collection, I won't be able to convict the rest of Kessler's unit. Yes! So what do you hide behind a big heavy door like that? Oh, the wheel is loose. I'll take it with me, just in case. The wheel fits in the hole, and we're in. Diesel fumes. I'd better not hang around here too long. What's that? A small gas cylinder. How about that? It fits. And there we have it. One handy blowtorch. The lock has to be the weak point. Done it. At last! So this is where Kessler keeps the spoils of his war. Everything neatly packed and stacked in hundreds of boxes. So if I'm going to find that Viking casket, where do I start? There's a book lying on the table. Kessler wrote down the code names and dates of all their missions. I call them missions. They were probably all looting raids carried out by his SS unit. That has to be the casket. Finally. Rack 11, slot number 1. Let's go. And these racks are number 7. Looks like these racks are number 5. This has to be it. Rack 11, slot 1. Some boxes are missing. And going by the fresh marks on the floor, they were taken quite recently. The marks lead along the passageway. There's something behind the pallet. A hole in the wall.
Here's the entrance.
Good work.
That must be the contents of the box. Hopefully, the Viking casket is in there somewhere. Hello? Is there anybody there? Hello? Oh my god. Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
My name's Anna. I'm here looking for things that were stolen a long time ago. So who are you?
Gwendolyn Chow Paddock. Just Gwen will do, though.
Beautiful name. So you're not from around here then?
My dad's in the British Army. When he's on an assignment, I have to stay at a boarding school near here.
Well, as you're here, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for a small wooden casket with Nordic runes on it.
You mean like this one?
Hey, that's it!
What's so special about it?
It's going to help me set things right again. Shit, we have to get out of here.
Who's there?
How did you get in here?
The ventilation duct. It's just about big enough for me to fit through.
There's no other way out?
Don't know. Maybe the door there?
Let's find out. The exit's been bricked up. I need to get both of us out of here as fast as possible. The hole is too small. I can't fit through there.
Whoa. It's so dark in here that I can't see my hand in front of my face.
The exit's been bricked up. A spy hole to the outside. How about this? Gwen, do you know how to use this? How about this?
A locket with a picture of my mother in it. I wear it everywhere. Anna's pocket knife. I got the lighter from Anna. It's heavy. A locket with a picture of my mother in it. I wear it everywhere. Those are bars. There's something small and metal hanging on the wall. In the middle, there's something like a glass ball. Hang on, that could be a lamp. Ugh, a munitions dump, of all places. Where am I supposed to push it? Where are we going with it? I can't carry something this heavy over there. Where are we going with it? Don't need that. Here, take this.
How about this?
Can't wait to see what that does.
And now where? The shell is too heavy for me.
Great! It fits just under the barrow to keep it stable. Now I can remove the wheel safely. Maybe you can do something with this.
Hey, the wheel fits. Now it's ready to roll.
Good idea. Here, take this.
Got it. No problem. You can control the transporter with that. And now where? Can you help me here? We have to suspend the shell up here, very carefully. Nice one. Get down, Gwen.
Are you okay?
Quite all right. Have you got the casket?
Right here. Quiet! They're coming!
Hide in the wood. I'll distract them. Quick, get in! There's the casket.
I couldn't hold on to it, but I do have what was inside it.
Fortunately, they're not great shots. Unfortunately, they grabbed your daughter, and I would dearly love to know why she's so important. We are assuming they fled straight behind the Iron Curtain. They're supposed to be in East Berlin right now.
And how does Mossad plan to get my daughter out of there?
Mossad isn't planning anything. Kessler's dead, so the case is closed.
So you're leaving me to save her on my own? In East Berlin?
Mossad says the case is closed, but not me. Kessler's units still have to pay for what they did to my family.
And I won't let them do the same to mine.
Let's get Gwen back.
So, any progress?
Nothing significant, just scraps of memory, fragments.
Then increase the dose. We need to get deeper into her subconscious.
She's already at her physical limit. If we push any harder, her body will...
I don't care what happens to her. I care about what she knows. Do what has to be done. Quickly.
As you wish, Madam Comrade.
Our intelligence has found something interesting. The girl wasn't kidnapped by former SS members. It was the KGB. But they were led by a female Stasi agent. She was supposed to obtain information from Kessler about some old Nazi project.
Wotan.
I don't know about the details, but the Soviets are allegedly continuing the project in a top-secret subterranean research center in Moscow.
And Gwen?
All I know is that they took her to this Moscow facility. Why, I can't say. The CIA has located several ways into the research complex. One of them is supposed to be near the Kremlin.
Right then, let's get going.
You mean both of us? I thought you wanted to track down the people who killed your family.
I've been stood down, but if I can find out what the KGB are doing, that might get me reinstated, so I can continue my hunt. Besides, I can't just abandon Gwen.
Well, I appreciate the help. At least now I'm not taking on the KGB single-handed.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Anna? Where's she gone now? I can't wait around here. Gwen is... well, the clock is ticking. The German agent gave me the coordinates for the research facility entrance. I should be able to find it on my own. The coordinates for the secret entrance to the KGB research lab. There are a few notes, too. If I understand correctly, the entrance is below 2 coffins. According to the coordinates, it must be somewhere around here. Gotcha. The mausoleum on Red Square. The entrance to the research facility has to be inside. Damn! This is going to be harder than I thought. But if I want to rescue Gwen, I don't have any choice. Dobry wieczór.
Good evening, my fine gentleman.
What are you selling here?
Just the snacks, but I have something for every taste. Sweets, licorice sticks, candy floss, ice cream.
Thank you. Very tempting. Are you always open so late?
As long as the mausoleum is open, the visitors are my best customers. Only another 2 hours to go, then it's home time.
So the mausoleum closes in 2 hours' time?
Da. If you want to pay a visit, you'd better hurry up.
Good to know. With such a wide selection, it's hard to choose. What would you recommend?
This sweet, the baton shiki, and this gingerbread biscuit. Those are the most popular. But the roast apples made to my babushka's recipe are delicious too.
Well, I'm starving. I'll take everything. Will that cover it?
Absolutely! I can close early today! I must owe you some change, but I don't know the exchange rate.
Don't worry. Just give me back a few rubles.
Such a generous gentleman. Spasibo. Here, enjoy.
Spasibo. That's actually really good. Mind you, I was starving. Hunger is a good sauce. Child's play, literally. Laying coins on rails and waiting. I used to do this when I was a lad. It worked. Flat as a pancake. In we go. The soft snack bends and fits nicely in the wallet. There's quite a lot going on. I'd better bide my time and take a look around in there.
Stop! Empty your pockets! No photos, no heavy objects. And don't touch anything.
Whatever you say.
You can keep your wallet. Your other possessions will, of course, be returned at the end of your tour. Move along, please. Every group has exactly 2 minutes to complete their tour.
2 minutes? That's not going to make this any easier. There's a lot less going on back here. I think I'll take a closer look at that. And now it's time to empty my wallet again. A flattened coin is thin enough. That'll do. Number 2, 3, and 4. Done. I'll press this chewy sweet onto the head of the screw. Time to finish the tour. Despite what I've heard about communism, the guards have given me all my property back. But with all this tough security, how am I going to find the secret entrance? Dobry wieczór.
Good evening.
Has a woman come past here by any chance? Young, blonde?
Hey, I would have noticed that. No, you're the first person I've seen here since I started my shift.
Not much going on here.
Well, it's only a siding in a goods yard. We don't get many visitors passing through. Tourist?
Yes, I'm here on holiday. With my wife.
Once you found her, take her into the city center. It's a bit more entertaining than this neighborhood.
Could you possibly lend me a screwdriver?
Maybe. What do you need it for?
Car's broken down. I need to tighten a few screws.
What type and what size?
This impression better help to identify the right kind of screw.
Now you're talking. It's a 5-point star profile, very rare. 20 ought to fit. Here. But I'll want it back before my shift ends.
Of course, comrade. Spasibo. Goodbye.
До свидания.
I can separate the handle from the metal screwdriver bit. The gingerbread biscuit fits just as it is. And now it's time to empty my wallet again. The gingerbread biscuit fits just as it is.
Stop! Empty your pockets!
Of course, comrade. And now it's time to empty my wallet again. The guard is fond of a snack, but I'll only put the gingerbread biscuit on his plate when I'm on the way out of the mausoleum. Time to finish the tour. The short screwdriver bit fits safely inside it.
Stop! Empty your pockets!
Of course, comrade. The guard's looking the other way. Now's my chance. And now it's time to empty my wallet again. A perfect fit. Looks like you need a special screwdriver to undo those. Bingo! It works! I can hide here now. Whoa, it was getting claustrophobic in there. Right then, comrades, let's take a look at these sarcophagi of yours. What the hell? No, Fenton, stop it. You're not here to investigate, you just need to rescue your daughter. That passage over there looks promising. Looks like the passageway leads to another area. Maybe that's where Gwen is. Great. How am I supposed to get past these guys?
Всем агентам сектора Б. Вы находитесь в главной лаборатории. Покиньте свои позиции и поднимайтесь на верхний уровень.
Now or never. Just a storeroom full of crates and shelves. Gwen! Gwen! Say something. What have they done to you? Her pulse is racing and her breathing's weak. I've got to get her out of here. Cigarette packet and a small key. Locked. A scalpel. Gwen, can you hear me? We're leaving right now. Anna?
Good throw! I tried sneaking in here following your footsteps, but they spotted me. What's happened to Gwen?
She's completely out of it. Alive, but unresponsive.
I think she's been drugged. Probably a truth serum. I just hope the dose wasn't too high.
We have to get her to a hospital.
Are you crazy? That notifies the authorities right away. No, we'll have to find something to snap her out of it here. Right then, you or me?
Give it to me.
Okay. It should start working in a minute. Come on, let's get moving. When they notice she's gone, they'll lock down the whole place.
She's still running a high fever. Hey, how are you feeling?
Dad! What? I thought...
Shh, lie back.
Anna?
I fetched your father. I couldn't have rescued you on my own.
Here, drink this.
Do you know what these people wanted from you?
Give the girl a minute before you interrogate her.
It's okay, Dad. They kept asking me about the Viking casket. They wanted me to describe everything exactly. The decorations, the rooms. But I couldn't do it very well. And then they started with the injections.
Why would the KGB be interested in a Viking artifact?
Maybe this will help. I found it in the doctor's pocket.
Found it? She's a chip off the old block.
Okay, sweetheart. Try to sleep.
I knew it. Wotan.
Whoa, what?
It was a secret Nazi program, and now the KGB have picked up where they left off. If they're right, the casket will give them the power of the gods.
How the hell do you know all this?
My father was Oskar Brunner. Before the war, he was a physicist at the Nobel Institute in Stockholm. While he was there, he discovered the casket and took it home to Germany. Then, during the war, he was put to work researching weapons for the Nazis. And he discovered a secret that he realized should stay that way forever.
A way to unleash the power of the gods.
Exactly. He noticed an unknown substance on the surface of the casket and swore not to let it fall into the hands of the Nazis. And he paid for that decision with his life.
No wonder this mission means so much to you. And you've done your father proud. The casket has been destroyed and you've helped to rescue my daughter. Time to go home.
Have you ever heard of the Casket of the Nine Worlds?
No?
Apparently, Thor brought it with him when he came to Midgard, the land of the mortals.
You're aware that these Norse legends are just stories, right?
I was raised on stories. My mother left when I was young and my father was always working. That gave me plenty of time to read.
According to the legend, the casket was decorated with a map leading to Asgard, the home of the Norse gods. I'm convinced that the casket we were chasing was the Casket of the Nine Worlds.
Well, it's been destroyed now. Nobody's going to Asgard. End of story.
Perhaps, but there is still one loose end. One of your countrymen, Professor Edward Langtree, a cryptologist at Sandhurst Military Academy, he asked my father for some photographs of the casket. He wanted to decipher the runes. Whether he succeeded or not, those photographs are the last record of the casket in existence.
So you want to go to Sandhurst? I'm telling you now, they won't let you in.
Not me. You.
No. I've got my daughter back and that's all I came for. I've been able for so long, the army probably think I've deserted.
But think what they'll say if you can give them this kind of power. They'll let you retire, in comfort, and you'll finally be able to make up for all that lost time with Gwen.
Power like that could put an end to all wars. I won't need to retire. I'll be redundant. Okay, count me in.
One moment, young lady.
Are you even going to bother saying goodbye?
Look, Gwen,
No, you look! I'm not letting you leave me behind again. You always say it's too dangerous for me, but in the past week I've been kidnapped, drugged, and tortured by the KGB. And I'm fine. Do you think I can't handle a bit of danger? Besides, if I come with you, you can keep a closer eye on me.
The girl has a point. And you never know. She could be useful. She seems to have a way of finding things.
Okay. Looks like I'm outvoted. Next stop, Asgard.
There's been a breach. I'm going to find the person responsible and hold them to account!
But I would never defy a direct order.
Please, I can vouch for my assistant.
In that case, the traitor must be you, Doctor. Congratulations on your promotion, comrade. You're now in charge of this laboratory with immediate effect. Oh, I have something for you too, so that you never forget who you're working for.
And I hope you remember who you're working for too. Unless you complete Wotan in the next 10 days, this operation is history. And so are you. The Politburo wants results, or a scapegoat, and that will not be me. Very few women survive the Siberian winter. Have I made myself clear?
This is all very nice. I can see why Professor Langtree decided to leave rainy old England.
He's not here for the climate. He covered his tracks pretty thoroughly. My contacts only just managed to trace him to this island.
So you think he came here to hide?
This is as far as his trail goes. After this, he vanishes.
So how are you planning to find him?
Well, we could start by just asking around.
First, I should have a word with the local authorities and see if my army ID buys me any information. If not, I'll need you.
Oh, really? What for?
Sometimes womanly virtues can be more persuasive.
Womanly virtues?
He means your legs.
So, you think my legs can change a man's mind?
More than mine could, anyway.
Sorry to interrupt this charming banter, but I'm dying of thirst here. Mind if I grab a drink while you two investigate?
I think we can manage without you for a while. Here's some money. Go and get yourself a lemonade at the pub and wait for us there.
Okay.
And Gwen,
Yes?
don't go getting kidnapped.
You on your own, love?
Kind of. My dad's gone into town to look for someone, and I thought I'd wait here instead.
All right. Who's he looking for?
Someone called Professor Langtree. Don't suppose you know him, do you?
Doesn't ring any bells. Mind you, I've not lived here all that long. I inherited this place from my uncle. St. John is one of those towns where everyone knows everybody else's business. Ask around and I'm sure you'll find your professor.
Thanks. I might just do that.
Mind how you go.
Hello again.
How's the search going? Found your professor yet?
That's a pretty impressive autograph collection you have there.
It's my uncle's, God rest him. He'd take a photo of every famous punter who ever came in here. He made me promise on his deathbed that I'd protect the autographs like they were the crown jewels.
I don't suppose you've had any thoughts about where I could find this Professor Langtree?
Afraid not. I'm still fairly new round here myself, so try asking the locals round the harbour. They might be able to help.
I'll get back to my manhunt then.
Best of luck.
So, who should I ask first about Professor Langtree? Excuse me?
Ahoy there!
I'm looking for Professor Langtree. He's supposed to live somewhere around here.
A professor, eh? Don't know much about that. There's a doctor up at the surgery, Doc Higgins. Will he do?
That's not really who I'm after, but thanks anyway.
Hang on a minute. Langtree, you say?
Yes?
Ah, then I know the fella. The one who looks like that actor.
I don't really know what he looks like.
You know the one. He was in the paper. This Langtree fella. When they were doing the filming of that picture, someone wrote to the paper joking that this Langtree was a dead ringer for the leading man.
Is that right? So the professor looks like the lead actor from the film.
Aye. At least that's what I said in the paper.
So the professor looks like the lead actor from the film.
Aye. At least that's what I said in the paper.
Do you remember the name of the film they were shooting here? Or the name of the main actor?
Don't have much of a memory for those things, my lover.
You don't happen to have a copy, do you?
Of the paper? Nah. Months ago, that was.
Oh, never mind. Okay, Captain. Bye for now.
Aye, aye.
He must be a very versatile artist. Landscapes, portraits, he can do the lot. Hi. Can I ask you a quick question?
I think I can take a break for a moment. How can I help?
Do you know a Professor Langtree?
Langtree? Never heard of him. Does he live around here?
I think so.
He must have crossed my path at some point, because I've painted just about every person and place on the island. But I'm more of an observer than a talker. I recognize so many faces, but I hardly know any of their names.
So you might recognize the professor if you saw him.
Quite possibly. If you had a photograph, I might be able to tell you where I've seen him.
Did you see the film crew when they were shooting here a while ago?
Film crew? No. Were they making a movie?
Do you draw portraits as well?
Absolutely. A quick sketch can be a wonderful warm-up.
I'd love one of me.
Well, I'd be delighted to oblige. If you have 10 bob and can spare 20 minutes.
Of course.
I hope you like it.
It's great. Thank you. It's a really good likeness. See you later.
Bye.
Excuse me. Hello?
Yes, child. What is it?
I'm looking for Professor Langtree. Do you know where I might find him?
No, dear. Do you think I know everybody on the island?
Do you know anything about the film they were making here a while ago?
Unfortunately, yes. It was based on a wonderful novel called Crime Scene Jersey by Agnes Beckford. Marvelous prose. And a terrible film by all accounts.
So, do you know who plays the lead in the film?
I don't know, nor do I care. These movie stars. No substance whatsoever.
So the film they were making here was called Crime Scene Jersey.
That's what I said.
Well, thanks for your time.
Goodbye.
Hi, lovely day, isn't it?
A proper scorcher. What can I get you?
Does the name Langtree mean anything to you?
Langtree? No, not really.
Did you see any of the filming when they were here?
Filming? Here? When was that? No, I must have missed it.
Have you ever heard of the film Crime Scene Jersey?
Have I? I've seen it 3 times.
So, I bet you know who played the lead role.
Are you kidding? Trevor Byrne! Oh, Trevor. So handsome. And brilliant, too. He's amazing.
Sounds like he must be. Thanks for your help. So it's Trevor Byrne who's in Crime Scene Jersey, right?
Yep, that's the fella. You know, secretly, I've got such a crush on him.
Secretly? I never would have guessed. Got to go.
Bye for now.
Hello again.
How's the search going? Found your professor yet?
Did you see them shooting that film here last year?
Before my time, love. I was still living on the mainland then.
Have you heard of the film Crime Scene Jersey?
I think so. Wasn't it running at the cinema recently?
That's the one. Can you remember who was playing the lead role?
Ah, now you're asking. No, I did.
Do you know who Trevor Byrne is?
Do I? Ha! There's a picture of him on the wall over there. My uncle served him a pint.
Would you mind if I borrowed that picture of Trevor Byrne for a few minutes?
Not a chance, love. These are collector's items.
I'd bring it straight back.
I made a promise to my uncle. These autographs never leave my sight.
Whatever happened to trust? I'll get back to my manhunt then.
Best of luck.
Now's my chance. I'll swap my portrait for the Trevor Byrne photo. Would you mind taking a look at this photo?
Is that your professor?
Not quite. He's an actor. But the professor is supposed to look very like him.
Now you mention it, he does look familiar. That must be the gentleman with the rowing boat. He comes here every afternoon to do his errands. Rows past and moors on the quay over there. He's not been here today yet. Hang around and I'm sure he'll be along in a minute.
Oh, thank you. That is a huge help. So, I'd better put Trevor Byrne's autograph back where it came from. And I still need to get my portrait. Now it's just a matter of waiting until Professor Langtree turns up. Oh, whoa. Headspin. Maybe the flight took it out of me.
Professor Langtree?
Yes? To whom do I owe the pleasure?
My name is Anna Brunner. I'm Oskar Brunner's daughter. Do you remember him? He once sent you some photographs of an artifact, the casket of the 9 worlds.
Of course I remember. Come aboard. We can row home and chat there undisturbed.
You sit back, Professor. I'll do the honors.
I heard about what happened to your father. I am sorry. Did he manage to save the casket?
It was stolen, and now it has been destroyed. But I was able to save his research notes. They say he found an unidentified substance on the surface of the casket.
Or perhaps he did identify it, and that's why he stopped his research.
What were you researching? And why did you ask my father for those photos?
I'm a cryptographer, so I was interested in the runes on the casket. But the text was only half the story. There was something else, too.
A map?
Yes, quite astonishing. We scarcely have any cartographic material from that period, but the runes themselves were also unusual.
In what way?
I was able to translate them, but the results made no sense, as though the message was encrypted. The only word I could make out properly was Asgard.
Asgard. A map showing the way to Asgard. I knew it.
Make yourselves at home. I'll fetch my notes from the study.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just feeling a bit dizzy. Don't worry.
You should eat something. When was the last time you had a proper meal? I'll see what I can dig up. Here you are. Hope you like it.
Wow, this is pretty good. All this time you said you were in the army. I didn't realize it was the catering corps.
Shut up and eat your soup.
Here, Dad. Happy birthday.
You remembered. It's beautiful.
This is the first time we've spent your birthday together. But now you can keep this with you wherever you are. For every birthday.
No. From now on, I'll be spending every birthday with the real Gwen. Thank you.
Here's everything I could find about the casket.
What's this?
At first, I thought it was a part of the decoration. But then I noticed that it must have fitted exactly into the circular hollow on the casket. It points towards certain runes, and probably serves to decode the text. Unfortunately, it's broken, and the other half is missing.
This half?
Now, where on earth did you get that?
It was inside the casket.
And it fits. With this, I should be able to decrypt all the runes. Just give me a couple of hours.
Take all the time you need. I think we could all do with the rest.
Dad?
I'm here.
When's Mum coming home?
You're shaking.
I'm cold.
Just stay there. I'll make you a hot cup of tea. It can't be all that difficult. What do I need first? Every Englishman is born knowing how to make a cup of tea. I've been overseas for a while, but it soon comes flooding back. Here you go.
Thanks. I was dreaming of Mum. She was right here.
I miss her too.
I just want things to be back like they used to be.
I can't promise you that. But when all this is over, I promise I'll be right here next to you, whenever you need me. I swear.
I've done it. Once we had the key, it was really quite straightforward.
And?
It says the casket was made from the wood of the world tree, Yggdrasil. And the text describes how the roots of the tree lead to Asgard. It's all quite unprecedented. Hardly any Viking maps or references to Yggdrasil have survived, if they ever existed. My theory is that they were systematically wiped out by the Christian Church when they converted the Scandinavians from their old beliefs. Quite brutal, those Christians. But the map makes references to a building, a place that holds the key to Asgard's location. I can only guess where that building might be.
My best guess would be where the casket was kept until just before the war. A ruined abbey in Gotland.
Then let's go. Are you coming with us?
I wouldn't be so eager if I were you. This rune here has a rather ambiguous meaning.
So?
It is both a treasure and a threat. It can refer to the elixir of life, or, how shall I put this?
Bluntly.
Ragnarok.
The world in flames.
So I'll be staying here. If you go, take a fire blanket.
When the professor said the place was ruined, I didn't realize he meant completely ruined.
I doubt we find anything useful in all this rubble.
You never know. On the way here, I took a closer look at the professor's notes. There were a few interesting details.
Looks like the professor came with us after all. Settle in for a lecture.
5 monks founded this abbey in the 13th century. During construction, they came across a Viking burial mound. Those monks lived to a very ripe old age, despite the unusually high death rate that afflicted the local farming community. When the monks finally died, the abbey was abandoned for centuries. It was only 20 years ago that some archaeologists turned up and discovered the casket.
I see where you're going with this.
I almost see, but what am I missing?
The archaeologists found the casket, but never found the burial mound.
Exactly. The monks must have taken the casket out of the grave, making it fairly easy for the archaeologists to find when they were scratching about in these ruins.
But the grave itself would be much deeper underground. The monks built their abbey here for a reason. They were sitting on top of the casket bearer's grave.
Just a minute. The casket bearer? Are you talking about Thor? You're saying Thor is buried here?
This is Gotland, the island of the gods. Where else would a Viking god be buried?
And Thor's grave will show us the way to Asgard. I'm certain of it. Gwen, help me check out these pillars.
Okay, you do that and I'll take a look around. This seems to be the center of the Abbey. There's an old hat lying there. Petrol stove, a brush, and a trowel. Those I'll take. The rest isn't much use. It's just a load of junk, but hang on. That whip might come in handy. So, is that hell? Or the world in flames?
We'll need some light to see this properly. There's still some tar in the bowl at the bottom there.
Found something already?
Not much. Looks like the carvings on the pillars show the 5 founders of the Abbey. How about you?
I'm still stumbling around in the dark. I can use the knife to pierce, cut, scratch, slit, chop, saw, and very carefully poke some holes in this petrol stove. That should do it. That should do it. That should do it. That should do it. Tyrus the Penitent. Found something already?
The reliefs on the pillars show the 5 monks who founded the Abbey.
And how does that help us find the grave?
I don't know yet. We'll keep looking for hidden signs. Have you found anything?
Not really.
Here, Dad. I've copied all the reliefs for you. Maybe that'll help.
Thanks. The reliefs on the columns that Gwen and Anna drew. There's no name on the crypt. Not even a date. It could be anyone in there. It's much too narrow. I'll never get through there. I found a hidden entrance to an underground part of the Abbey.
The grave?
No idea. The opening is too small for me to get through.
Let's take a closer look.
I definitely fit through there.
No way. It's much too dangerous. And you still don't look well.
Have a bit of faith in your daughter. She can do it. Besides, we don't really have any other option, do we?
Dad, I'm fine. Really.
Outvoted again. Okay, we'll do it. But we still need to find something to lower you down with. We can lower you down using this whip.
A whip? What are you carrying that around for?
You know, for archaeology. Look, just trust me and be careful, all right?
As always. Okay, Dad. I'm at the bottom.
Gwen, here. Take this. Gwen, look.
I'll pour all the petrol in. Wow! Now that is a proper resting place.
If anything is going to help us find Asgard, it must be in here somewhere. That's a fairly detailed map of Europe. If the monks left any clues to where Asgard is located on the map, they've hidden them pretty damn well. I can't see any kind of a mark at all. Can that really be Thor? Finders keepers. So that's him. Thor, god of thunder, and casket courier from Asgard. Still in pretty good shape for his age. With the professor's notes, I should be able to translate the runes. I climbed down from Asgard, from the mightiest of the hidden mountains, to climb up into the kingdom of heaven. From the mightiest of the hidden mountains. Sounds like Thor's home was up on a mountain. But which one? There have to be more clues here. Two squares. This hexagon won't fit into a square hole. The raised square on the front of the shield fits into the hole exactly. Wow, is that good or bad? You can turn the wooden shield. Ten. Eight. A square and two lines. The hexagonal pattern on the front of the shield fits the hole perfectly. Whoa! What is that? The iron shield rotates. Seven. Six. Oh my god, that's it!
So these monks really knew where Asgard is?
Looks like it. The south of Iceland.
That's still too big an area for us to search. It's hundreds of square miles.
No problem. I found some runes on Thor's breastplate that narrow the target area right down.
She's reading Nordic runes now. They grow up so fast.
I told you, she's a very capable girl. Trust her more and she'll surprise you.
Okay, I've got it. We can talk about the details on the way to Iceland. All we need now is transport. Back in a minute. Excuse me, Mr. Halderson?
Yes?
Sorry for the interruption. I wonder if you could help me. I'm looking for a mountain.
Look around you.
Sadly, I don't think it'll be that easy. Does the phrase hidden mountains mean anything to you?
Ah, you must mean the subglacial mountains and volcanoes up in the highlands.
Subglacial?
They lie under a thick layer of ice. Only the highest one, the Grimsfjall, has its summit sticking out of the glacier.
The mightiest of the hidden mountains.
What?
How can we get there?
You could fly up with us. If you don't mind waiting a few days. I need to check our monitoring stations up there. But the chopper's broken down and the pilot's gone to pick up some spare parts.
I'm a pilot as well. Mind if I take a look? Let's see what's fallen off this old crate. Ah, this hose is broken and losing hydraulic fluid. To get the chopper flying again, I'll have to repair the hose and top up the hydraulic fluid. Maybe I can borrow something from the truck to repair the helicopter. Nice and snug. Got it. I can use the knife to pierce, cut, scratch, slit, chop, saw, and unscrew hose clips, apparently. Excellent. The can's full of oil now. Fire's dead and the pot's empty. But nobody's hungry yet, and we've still got a few hours until supper time. I'll carefully tip the oil into the pot. I'll pour water into the pot until it's full. After 10 minutes of stirring, the oil and hot water have finally formed an emulsion together. Phew. Making soup was easier than this. I'll tip the mixture into the canister. The length is fine, but the seal isn't tight enough. Perfect! The hose and line are hooked up beautifully. If I top up the hydraulic fluid with this, it should do the trick. A few good pumps and the hydraulic system should be back in business. Right. Your helicopter is back in service. Shall we get moving?
Sure. I just need to get my gear. So, what's so urgent at the Grimsfjall?
My companion is an archaeologist. We're following up on some information she found in an old Viking text.
Archaeologists, always in such a hurry. Geologists know how to wait.
It's over there. I'll need the whole afternoon to check the monitoring stations.
Understood. We'll go and take a look around the summit for a while.
Okay, but you absolutely have to be back before it gets dark.
Roger. It'll be dark soon. We have to get back to the helicopter.
Wait, look! Over there in the rock. Is that a gate?
Gwen, wake up. We found something. Hey, do you hear that?
Another helicopter. Who?
I've no idea. Stay behind me, Gwen.
Good work, Mr. Paddock. You've achieved what our very best scientists failed to do. Found the way to Asgard. I'm impressed. Now, hand over the key.
What key?
Your daughter's amulet. Give it to me.
Good shot, Anna.
Thank you. Sorry, how rude of me. Mr. Paddock, have you met my sister?
You were right. We never would have made it without these two.
What?
Without you, we wouldn't have found Professor Langtry in time, and the KGB would have shut down the Wotan project.
What are you talking about?
Anna was lying to us the whole time. She works for the Soviets.
No, Mr. Paddock. We work for no one. The secret services on each side of the Iron Curtain are just convenient resources for us, as we complete our father's work.
Oscar Brunner would never have wanted this. Killing? Kidnapping? Just to find Asgard?
You know nothing about our father, or his research. It's not about Asgard. It's about Wotan's ore.
100 times the radioactivity of uranium or plutonium. In these times of ours, and you ought to know this, Mr. Paddock, that means power. Indescribable power. And that is worth every sacrifice. So open the door.
Gwen, give me the amulet.
Yggdrasil. So it's true.
And the World Tree will finally give us the answers.
So, you found what you were looking for. We'll go now.
Oh no. You could still be useful.
Why? At least let Gwen go. She's only a child.
Dad!
We need bodies. The younger and stronger, the better. Almost all the scientists who worked on Project Wotan died of radiation poisoning.
But Asgard's inhabitants survived exposure for centuries, before they abandoned this place.
We have to find out how they survived the radiation, before we unearth Wotan's ore.
So we may need guinea pigs, canaries to send down the mine. That is why you're still useful.
Secure the area! And now, you will reveal the secret of Asgard's healing powers.
You're crazy. Why would I help you?
You're not helping us. You're helping your daughter.
What? Gwen! No! What's wrong? What's wrong?
Haven't you noticed how your daughter has been growing weaker since her stay in Moscow? Radiation poisoning. Only a miracle can save her now.
I'll kill you. How could you do this?
Actually, you did it. Remember the injection you gave her?
But now, what am I supposed to do?
The casket is the key. The monks on Gotland, Father, Kessler, they were all protected from the radiation in the same miraculous way. Cut out of the wood from Yggdrasil, the rune inscription was a clue to the elixir of life.
The map that led us here. All of that points to one conclusion. The World Tree holds the healing powers. Now all we have to do is find out how to harness them. And that's where you come in, Mr. Paddock.
A mirror mosaic of the World Tree. But it looks a little twisted somehow. Aha. Now the mirrors are reflecting the sunlight onto the pillars at each corner of the platform. The top of this pillar has an irregular shaped hole. Diamonds. Let's hope they can be Gwen's best friend. What the hell's that? Easy now, Fenton. No sudden moves. The wolf is staying in the shadows. He doesn't seem to like the light. Just how thick can this layer of snow and ice be? A Nazi expedition. Maybe these were Kessler's men. Well, they don't need it anymore. I'll take a helmet full of snow with me. The broken shaft from a spear. It's stuck firmly in his hand and I can't pull it out. There we go. The molten wax is running between the fingers and onto the wooden staff. A bit of wax and now it moves quite smoothly. I won't be able to get that from up there without some help. Gwen might know more about Norse mythology, but I still remember the stories of Odin's faithful companions, an 8-legged horse, 2 wolves, and 2 ravens. A raven? So there aren't just wolves down here. I hope I can take it without the cave collapsing. Phew. Got it. Let's see what he had with him. I can hack the pack out of the ice. I'll empty it out. I've already taken out all the cleaning stuff. It's not my size anyway, so I can just go ahead and cut it up. That should make the staff a bit more flexible, I think. Even without sharp points or feathers, the cleaning rods make pretty serviceable arrows. Let's see how you like that. Gotta be worth a try. Bullseye! I can just about make out a rough, uneven hole in the top of the pillar. Okay, what do we have here? There's Yggdrasil in the middle. There's a snake spitting something onto its roots, and that then rains onto the tree from above. Then there's a load of runes and triangular symbols whose corners point in different directions. The question is, can I use this to activate Yggdrasil's healing powers? So what do all these runes mean? This is getting complicated, and I don't have time for complicated. Sounds like there might be steam building up behind the walls. Gwen! Gwen, you have to drink this.
Dad!
Perfect. It works. You should be rewarded for your efforts.
As a reward, we will kill your daughter first.
Stop! Wait.
She should be spared the horror that has haunted us all our lives. Watching our father be shot in cold blood.
No!
He's dead.
Dad! I have to get to Dad. Where now? Where now? Locked.
Halt, mortal.
Who's that?
Terrible things have happened to you, human. Sorrow and anger lie dark in your thoughts.
Please, help me. I'm looking for a way back up.
What you truly seek, Gwen, is not up there.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Thrym, the last guardian of this place.
Can you help me?
To carry out your revenge? No.
They shot my father. They have to be stopped.
Those who seek retribution cannot hold back evil.
But what should I do? Forgive them and hope that they're sorry?
Your path seems predestined and violent, but you do not have to choose revenge. You can change your fate.
What do you mean?
The mighty Odin once faced this dilemma. His son, Baldur, was murdered, and with his life, all joy and peace disappeared from Asgard. It was the twilight of the gods. Odin came to this place and asked to drink from the fountain of fate. He wanted to unmask the traitors who were responsible for his son's death. The father of the gods, the greatest of us, was absolute. He wanted vengeance. Odin's war against the murderers of his son brought the end of the Aesir. Yggdrasil burned.
Ragnarok.
As his eyes swept over what was left of Asgard, Odin realized that he had lost everything. Driven by a thirst for revenge, he had strayed from the path of righteousness.
I understand what you're saying, but can the Fountain of Fate help me stop the sisters from doing more harm?
That question is yours alone to answer.
So you'll let me drink from the fountain?
I cannot prevent you. Each person is responsible for their own destiny. But you have to prove yourself worthy. Only those who first pay their respects to Odin's son may drink from the fountain. Baldur's grave lies to my left. The fountain you will find to my right. Nothing is set in stone. Everything lies in your hands.
There's a silver ring lying there.
That's quite a stepping stone. It's hovering over the chasm. Hopefully it will carry me across. On the deck, there's nothing but a wooden sarcophagus. The final resting place of Odin's son, Baldur. Baldur ought to have his father's ring. Come on, Gwen. No time to be nervous. Thrym said this is how I can change my fate. Let's see what he meant. And I hope it can save my father, too. Can't they see me? Where am I? Oh no!
Who are you?
You can see me?
Are you an angel?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oscar and the girls, they need help. It's still not too late. The key, the attic, they have to hide.
This must be where Mila and Anna live with their father, Oscar. Nothing's changed. How could it? The girl's father was murdered, and the casket fell into the hands of the Nazis. Mila and Anna became fixated on revenge, and the whole mess began. He finds the hiding place in time, but fetching the photo takes too long. Now where could the girls have put their mother's photo? Now that's the photo. I almost made it. But Mila and Anna's father was shot again, and the casket was taken by the Nazis. I didn't change our fate, but that doesn't mean I can't. Now he's in time to give Mila and Anna the photo. But then he gets shot in the attic. And then the soldiers find the casket. So nothing's changed. Ah, there's the casket. Well, that solves that problem. The soldiers can't be allowed to find Oscar in the attic. The soldiers are heading up the stairs. I have to make sure nothing draws their attention to this room. Cleaning stuff, some cans of paint and thinners. It's got paint thinners in it. I'll soak the cloth with solvent. Sleep well.
They've gone, but they must have only just left.